Yo boys, it's Dan. Welcome back to the Premier League predictions for game week number 9.
Time to take your seat.
You'll never stop this thought. I will never let you go. But who am I to say? Maybe by now you should know. You got your somebody calling. You think you're somebody, don't you? I think you're scared of keeping somebody close.
Manchester City, the kings of English football.
Now, last week's guest, Mr. Alex Milani, did not have a very good game week. He only got 17 points, which puts him in last place, but hopefully Jack this week, Mr. aka Jack, aka Philly King, will get more points this week.
Yes guys, how we doing? Big shout out to Dan for getting me back on the channel, back on the Premier League predictions. First time for me, I think, featuring on the channel for the predictions this season. So yeah, really looking forward to this. As I say, big thanks to Dan for the opportunity yet again, man. Alright.
And we're gonna get, without any further ado, let's get into this Premier League game week number 9 predictions. Boys, if you want a discount on your energy, go and get my discount in the description. New Dan10 at checkout. Peace. Starting off on Friday night at the King Power for Leicester City versus Nottingham Forest. Now, Forest did beat Crystal Palace by 1-0 on the weekend on Monday Night Football, and Leicester beat Southampton in the 90+8th minute. And I'm saying in this game, Leicester City 0, Nottingham Forest 2, and Jack, what are you saying in this game?
So we got the Friday Night Football first, boys. Leicester, Nottingham Forest, man. And in this game here, Forest are actually, they're achieving well this season, man. They're actually one of my teams, I do confess to any Forest fans. They're one of the teams I actually thought might be in a bit of trouble this season. I made my Premier League predictions video on my channel, but 6-7 weeks ago now, and Forest were one of the teams alongside Everton and Southampton to go down. Forest has surprised me. They're doing a lot better than I thought they would this season, and they're sitting comfortable mid-table right now. I'm recording this. I'm actually recording this on a Monday, so they actually do play tonight against Palace in the Monday Night Football as well. So let's see how they do there. But they do kick off on Friday night, 8 o'clock. Leicester, Nottingham Forest. Leicester come off the back of a big win themselves, man. Beating Southampton 2-0 down last week. They came back and went 1-3-2 away from home. I'm going to say this one's going to be a draw. I'm going to say 1-1 between Leicester and Nottingham Forest. Alright,
I go to Saturday and to Villa Park for Aston Villa versus Bournemouth. Now, as we know, Aston Villa are flying high in League and Champions League, meeting Fulham on gaming number 8 and beating and top of the Champions League group. We'll get into Champions League and that more in the next video, which will be in 2 weeks' time for Champions League. But Bournemouth did beat Arsenal. Bournemouth, however, did beat 10-man Arsenal. I can't get beating Villa. 3-1 Aston Villa in this game. And Jack, what are you saying in this game?
Moving into the Saturday games then, boys. Aston Villa, Bournemouth first. I'm going to go on our draw on this, man. Bournemouth are decent sides, and obviously Villa will be playing Champions League football this midweek. Aston Villa 2, Bournemouth 2 in this one. I see goals. I see both teams, they like to play good football, and obviously, yeah, Villa are... It's going to be interesting to see how Villa do this year, man. They're still going to be in around that top 4 come May, the end of the season. Obviously, while still playing Champions League football. Let's see how their squad can stretch, man. But for this game here, I'm going to say a 2-2 draw.
We go from Birmingham to London, and for Brentford versus Ipswich. Ipswich are making a long trip down to London to play a Brentford team who are, let's say, in an interesting vein of form at the moment for Aston Villa. No, for Ipswich and for Brighton, for Brentford. And I'm going to say it will be a 1-1 draw between the two teams. And Jack, what are you saying in this game?
Brentford Ipswich, I'm going to go with 2-1 to Brentford in this one. I think Brentford are just going to have a little bit too much for Ipswich. I know obviously Brentford this season is all about how they deal without Ivan Toney, and obviously Viss is out for them at the end as well. But Mbeumo's a very good player. They have a good solid squad around that. My team, Manchester United, and obviously Dan's team as well. We did manage to get the win last weekend against this Brentford side, but they're a decent team, and I think they'll have too much for Ipswich, man. So 2-1 Brentford in this one. We move to...
Let's get the next two games short and sweet. We go from Brentford to the South Coast. For Brighton and Albion versus Wolves. Now, as we know, Brighton and Albion are very good. Let's keep it. And Wolves aren't very good. 4-0 Wolves. 4-0 to air to Brighton and Albion. And Jack, what are you saying in this game?
Brighton against Wolves then. Wolves obviously rooted bottom of the table at the minute. Now, I think they were very unfortunate not to get something from that Man City game last weekend. But I think for this one, it's hard to look past the Brighton win, man. Brighton are flying high in the league at the minute, man. I think they're 4th or 5th place at the minute, doing really, really well. Scoring a lot of goals. So, yeah, I think with this one, I'm going to go Brighton 3, Wolves 1.
There we go, 2. Man City versus Southampton. Now, Man City, as we know, beat Wolves, and Southampton lost to Leicester in the 98th minute. As you hear that, I'm going to go with a Man City win of 3-0 in this game.
City Southampton then is the last 3 o'clock kickoff on Saturday, and this one I'm going to go a comfortable win for City. Man City 3, Southampton 0.
We move to 5:30 game. Is back in Merseyside for Everton versus Fulham. Now, Everton have been on a, let's say, resurgence of form recently. They're still in the relegation zone, but they're more Everton beginning to find some form. And I'm going to say Everton 1, Fulham 2, and Jack for a 5:30 game. What are you saying? You know me.
Everton Fulham. Ooh, this is a tough one, you know, because Everton have had a little bit of form recently, haven't they? As I mentioned at the start of the video, they were one of the teams I thought might be in trouble relegation-wise this year, and it looked that way from the start. They lost their opening 4 games in the season. However, they've bounced back with a couple of wins recently, most notably the one, obviously, the weekend there, 2-0 against Ipswich. So, yeah, I think with this one, it's tough. Everton at Goodison Park. I think they're going to continue their good form, you know. I'm going to go Everton 2, Fulham 1. Yet again, Fulham are a decent mid-table side. They can be a threat for for anyone on their day. They've got the players to do so. But I think in this one, yeah, I'm going to say Everton win. 2-1 to Everton in this one.
Sunday and the 2 o'clock games beginning at Stamford Bridge for Chelsea versus Newcastle United. Now, Newcastle, as we know, have a very good team. However, Chelsea are good under Enzo Maresca. We didn't know how it was going to come into the season, but they're playing well. 2-1 to Chelsea in this game. And Jack, what are you saying in this game?
On these fixtures then, we'll start with Chelsea against Newcastle, one of the 2 o'clock games. Chelsea are having a very good season. I know obviously they did get beat narrowly by Liverpool there yesterday at the time of recording this, but I think for me, in this game, Chelsea are going to bounce back, man, and Chelsea are going to win this 3-1, because this Maresca, he's got him cooking up something, man. They are the surprise package for me this season. You know, they're bringing a new manager, Maresca. Okay, did well for, was it Leicester last year in the Championship, brought them up, but I mean, yeah, let's be honest, Premier League level, we didn't really know much about him. He comes in, and so far, they had a wee bit of a shaky start, but they've recovered, and they're, against Liverpool, they're not expecting to beat Liverpool, especially at Anfield, so you can't judge that game. But overall, so far this season, the first 7-8 games, they've done all right, man. So, yeah, I think Chelsea win this, man. I'm going to say Chelsea 3, Newcastle 1.
We're staying in London, moving across the water to Crystal Palace versus another London club in Spurs. Now, Spurs, as we know, put four past West Ham on the lunchtime game on Saturday, and Palace are also very good as well. And I'm saying Crystal Palace 1, Tottenham Hotspur 2. And Jack, what are you saying for this game.
As Tottenham, we're going to go short and sweet with this one. We're going to say a 1-1 draw, all right? Selhurst Park's a tough place to go. Tottenham aren't free-flowing this season. I know they did score 4 against West Ham last week, but I still think they're going to have more slip-ups, man. So, yeah, they're having a bit of an inconsistent season so far, Spurs. Obviously, this time last year, they were flying high at top of the league. Not so much this year for them, but they're still scoring goals, you know, and they bagged 4 the weekend against West Ham. But for me, this one here, I'm going to say Palace 1, Tottenham 1.
Staying in London and moving back to the other side of the river for West Ham versus Manchester United. This is Sunday's turned into a game for Londoners here. Now, as we know, West Ham lost 4-1 to Spurs on the weekend, and Man United did beat Brentford just. And as the time of filming this, we're not going to back tonight in the Europa League, and hopefully we got a result of that as well. Hopefully, and I'm going to say Man United 3, West Ham United 1, and Jack. As I feel like that, my new fan, what he's saying in this game.
Alright, boys, final 2 fixtures of the match week, man. We've got West Ham, Manchester United, alright? So, can our boys, you know, keep the momentum running from the weekend win at Brentford? Well, I certainly hope so, and I'm going to believe we do so. I'm going to say Manchester United 2, West Ham 1. But it's a bit difficult to predict Manchester United games, you know, over the last couple of years, especially this season. We really are just super, super unpredictable and inconsistent. But I think for me, West Ham shipped a lot of goals at Tottenham over the weekend. I'm hoping we can kind of exploit that. They're definitely missing a few key players, West Ham, at the minute. So, for me, yeah, 2-1 United. Come on, the boys. Hopefully we get the win, man. I want to see us back-to-back wins, and then we can build on that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, fingers crossed.
Staying in London and going to North London for Arsenal versus Liverpool. Now, if Liverpool can get a result, like a win or draw, it pains me to say, I'm not a fan, they're in a chance of title this year, Liverpool. Under Arne Slot, they are in a title race. But Arsenal have got injuries and suspensions. I.e., Arsenal, now William Saliba suspended, Odegaard injured, Saka injured, Tomiyasu injured. A lot of players missing for Arsenal. Calafiori potentially missing as well. Got injured against Shakhtar. No, yes, got injured against Shakhtar on Tuesday. Arsenal 3, Liverpool 3, and Jack, what are you saying in this game?
And then, cracking game at 4:30, Super Sunday, 4:30 on Sunday, man. Arsenal at home to Liverpool, right? I've already said it. I did a watch along on my channel for the Liverpool-Chelsea game yesterday. And obviously Liverpool they got the win and they're looking like a real threat for this title this year, man. Especially with Man City kind of scraping by against some teams recently. The narrow win at Fulham, the narrow win at Wolves at the weekend, late goal. So I think this is a massive game for both teams. Arsenal, obviously, off the back of their own loss the weekend, they lost Saliba early in the game, and then obviously with the red card, that caused a big problem in the game, and they lost 2-0 to Bournemouth. So, yeah, for me, I'm going to say there's going to be a draw. I'm going to say Arsenal 2, Liverpool 2. But one thing I will say, Arsenal would love a win here, obviously, to get themselves back on track and close the gap between them and Liverpool. But also, I would say, as much as it pains me as a United fan to say this, if Liverpool were to go and get 3 points in this game, away at the Emirates, that's a big, big statement, man. Big, big statement. My prediction is to say 2-2 draw, boys, but let's see what happens on Sunday, man. A massive, massive thanks to Dan for getting me back on the channel. Really enjoying the predictions as always. Big thanks for the opportunity, Dan. Really appreciate it, mate. And yeah, as I say, best of luck to all you boys watching with your teams this weekend. Hope you guys get the win. Yeah, big, big thanks again, and I'll see you all very soon, boys. Peace out.
Game week number 9 to end, and I will see you lot on Sunday. No, on either Saturday or Sunday for a God Media. Until then, boys, what will happen in this game week of the Premier League? Will we have a clear leader? Will the league be extremely tight? Will Liverpool win? Will the London clubs come out on top? Will the Liverpool team come out on top? Find all that out and a lot more next week, because this could be an interesting game week, to say the least. Goodbye.